The biggest thing for us as educators inside our Unity community is seeing the growth of our members. And today we want to highlight one member in particular. This is Ben. He's a father from the Sunshine Coast who recently took quite a bit of time off trading after taking a big hit to his confidence late last year. And, in the last couple of months, we have seen Ben flourish inside our community. He has asked all the right questions. He posts all the right type of content, asking for feedback, talking about his wins and his losses. And he really made a mention of saying how trading makes a big difference in his life and building that confidence. And I look like a bit of a goof throughout this quick chat. I didn't realize I was smiling the whole way through until I watched it back, but that just goes to show that it really is rewarding for us as educators seeing our members grow like this. So this is Ben, a father from the Sunshine Coast, and here's a little bit of what he had to say about being a part of our private trade community. And Ben, a huge congratulations to you, mate. We are so proud of you and your growth over the last little bit. And here's to bigger and better things in 2019. Well, we've just jumped off a live session. Like, what do you've been active now in the community for, what has it been? 2 months? A month? 2 months?
Yeah, probably a good couple of months now. I think I joined up just over a month ago, but I was in the group probably a few months prior to that, just before the jump to UTG, and then and it's just been unreal since.
And I think one of the first things that I saw you post about a month or a few weeks ago, I think it took you a couple of weeks to get in the swing of sort of things. You had said you'd been out of crypto or trading for 6 months or something like that. And you had come in and you had your 1-from-1 trade win. Run us through where you were before you came into sort of UTG to kind of where you feel your confidence is now, or sort of your knowledge and your ability from what we've seen. But what do you sort of say about that?
Yeah. Oh, mate, it's been a roller coaster. Like, when I first got into crypto back in early 17, a friend of mine got me into it, and I was one of the idiots that jumped onto DigiByte and Tron.
Yeah.
When it was peak, when I didn't know what I was doing, I did the FOMO. I was like, yeah, this shit's going for real. And then an hour later, it all just went, the ass fell out of it, and I was like, what's this shit? This is horrible. And so then I signed up to the club, and they sort of stepped on, the basics of it all, like support and resistance, the fibs, all that sort of jazz. But the one thing I think they lacked was the after-hour service that I have found with UTG. And it's money just can't you cannot buy what is here. And it's not a huge family. It's not like thousands of people. It's a very close knit of people, and it's taken a little bit to sort of get my head around it, but just getting back to the basics again. Like you said, I did take about 6 months off because I was trying to utilize the information that I learned from the club, but there was no backup sort of support really at the end of the day. Like you'd put in queries and you'd put in your charts, and you weren't really getting much back from that. Well, that's what I found anyway. So to get back to the basics after having that time off and, learn new stuff like supply and demand. And I've only just sort of got my head around it, and holy fuck, once it really is basic, but once you get it, and you can actually start charting it and seeing it, when I first opened a chart, I'd be looking at upward trends and downward trends or symmetrical triangles. And that's all I really saw. But now I'm starting to see more. And it excites me. It gives me a chub every time I can see something. It's fucking awesome. So, I'm still learning. I've still got a long way to go. I've got all the fibs to really master, and Elliott Wave, and the list is endless. But I've had 3 or 4 good little wins, and I'm learning how to put in stop buys, stop sells, and it's all unreal. It's all coming to fruition.
Yeah. And you've said it a few times, how does that feel from that moment where you kind of go, I really have no idea what I'm doing, to where it just clicks, like how does that change your mental state in terms of your trading confidence and looking at a trade as opposed to what you were beforehand, like what you said with your triangles and your support and resistance?
Yeah, well, I mean, at the end of the day, you have a quick squiz at a chart, and if it doesn't look like there's anything there, I basically don't mess around with trying to chart anything, because if it looks too complicated for me anyway, for other people it might be simple, but for me, I'll just move on. And I've probably got maybe 10 or 15 different charts I might look at, and I'll just keep looking at them in the supply, the demand. I'll just keep following that, and maybe throw in a few trend lines there as well. But yeah, it's when it clicks and when it feels like it's clicking, the mindset is just unreal, because now I'm not worried about if the trade's going to fail or if it's going to do well. I just feel confident in my charting. And then if it does fail, then I'll look back at it and go, well, where did I fuck up? Or where's it gone wrong? And mate, it's baby steps. I'm telling you, baby steps right now. There's no 100 times trading on MEX, or there's nothing silly like that. It's, I've got my trade plan. I want to get up to 0.1 of a Bitcoin, and I'm at like 0.097 at the moment.
Nice.
So once I get to that, then I can move forward to 1. Hopefully it comes before the end of the year. But, so long as I can stick to that, that's, for me, that's where I'm at. And it feels good. It feels really good to know that at the end of the line, not only you guys, but like I said, anyone else, it helps. Like Pete's helped me out heaps. And it's a really good community. I like it. It feels good.
And I think one thing that you just said there that we often teach, but we haven't even said to you directly there, you've set a reasonable goal of 0.1 BTC, and then you've set a reasonable goal of 1 BTC by year's end. We see way too many people coming into this space and go, I want to make 10 BTC in 2 months. It's completely unreasonable, because if we don't reach those targets, it completely shoots our mindset and we're disappointed and we do what everyone does, which is just quit. So kudos to you for doing that, setting those reasonable goals, hitting those milestones along the way. It's what keeps you motivated. Especially
not being able to spend all the time you need in front of the screen. I'm a family man. I've got a family, the main income earner. So I've got to work a job, as we all do.
Yeah.
So you just can't spend all day every day as a day trader does in front of the screen. So I'm part-time trading.
Yeah.
Trying to find a little bit of extra income on the side.
Yeah. And what does that extra income mean to you? What does that allow you to then do with that little bit of extra side hustle?
Oh, mate, honestly, that if I can start to build up my holdings of Bitcoin and other altcoins, then it's not going to be something that I'm going to be drawing out and buying sports cars with. It's going to be something that I can have for the future, for something down the line that I might be able to benefit from, my family can benefit from. And if by some chance I do come into a ton of, surplus altcoins or Bitcoin, then maybe we can start living the lifestyle that we all dream of. But until such a time, it's a retirement fund or something for the kids down the track. Yeah.
I love that. Awesome, Ben. Well, thank you, mate. It really is a privilege to have you here and seeing you grow so much as a trader. We've had in the last month and a half alone inside the inner circle. You've been in the free groups, you come into our paid group and learned so much. Like I'm genuinely, and I say this to you when we talk behind the scenes quite a lot, I'm really excited to see where you are at sort of this time in 2, 3, 4, 6, 12 months, mate. So a massive kudos to you. Thank you.
Guys, thank you so much. Yeah, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be in this space. I'd still be floundering around, wishing I had something more, but it's awesome to have this outside of work and family. It's fantastic. Love it. Awesome.
Good stuff, Ben. Well, we'll let you go. Thank you so much for your time, man. We really appreciate it. And we'll see you inside Discord.
Absolutely, mate. Look forward to it.
All right. See ya.
Thanks, fellas. Cheers.